Welcome to BAYUEMAS Oval, one of the Malaysia's most iconic cricket venues, nestled in the heart of Kuala Lumpur ground that has hosted numerous domestic and international fixtures. BAYUEMAS has grown to become the home of competitive T20 action in the country. So, what makes this venue fascinating is this the balanced nature of the pitch. At first glance, it may appear to be a batting paradise with a flat surface, even bounds, and a quick outfield. We have seen some enormous, greatest matches ever happen in this track. The first 6 to 8 overs in both the innings usually favor the batters, where the stroke makers enjoy the true pace and the pure timing of the ball. We've already seen some multiple 200 plus scores in this tournament and also in this very pitch, which proves how batters can dominate when they get set. But today is all about the match number 17, Selangor versus Malacca here in the full venue. So in the ongoing MCA Interstate T20 Championship, this is live from picturesque BAYUEMAS Oval in Kuala Lumpur. Today, it's Selangor taking on Malacca in what promises to be a top-tier contest. Selangor, the only unbeaten team in the tournament so far, have been in red-hot form. 3 matches, 3 wins, and 6 points on the board, and they look to continue their dominant run. This is the points table which I was talking about. The Selangor, have a look at this 3 matches. They won 3 games and they are at the top at Group A with 6 points. And Malacca, it's just like a question mark for them. They played 3 matches and they won 2 games, but they have got their one loss. So it means 4 points. If they win today, they will be moving at the top. So this is the thing which is going to be happen. So Malacca has to win today, and we can see Group B, Perak and Penang, Kuala Lumpur and Sarawak and Putrajaya. So yesterday some matches we have seen Kuala Lumpur played some outstanding game, and today it's all about Selangor versus Malacca. So that is going to be an interesting contest to watch out. And Malacca, on the other hand, are no push overs. Just coming out with only 2 wins from the 3 games. They've shown solid intent and aggressive cricket. A win today could push them closer to the top of the table, but they will have to be at the very best to overcome to this Selangor side. The BAYUEMAS Oval pitch has been favorable for batting early on, but we have also seen spin and pace come into the play as the game progress makes this as a fascinating surface to watch. It's an important match in the contest of the tournament standings with both teams chasing supremacy. Will Selangor stay unbeaten or will Malacca bring their A game and cause an upset? So now it's time for us to see the toss.
You call. Hit. This is a hit. This is a tail. Right. Ready? When you say ready, you let me know. Okay, come. Tails a call. Tails. Selangor win. Bat first? Okay, good. Thank you.
So that's a news from the center, which means Selangor won the toss and they will be batting first. So this match will get start in another few minutes. So everyone are ready, even myself too. This is John myself in the com box. To all the spectators and listeners who are watching this match is live on Fan Code app. You just take your mobile phone and just search in fan code MCA Interstate Malaysia T20 Championship, then you will get this wonderful match. So it's going to be an interesting contest. This match number 17, Selangor versus Malacca. Selangor has won the toss and they will be batting first. So it's all about this match. Now it's time for me to introduce my co-commentator Abrar. And that shot played by the batter for the very first delivery, and he gets the boundary.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you, John, for introducing me. And what a start all this is for Saifullah Malik, four of the first ball, and he's off and running. So I think this is the right call. How do you take this, John, batting first?
Definitely, they have won three matches and they're already in the upfront in the points table with 6 points. And it's going to be definitely not an easy task for them, but obviously this will stand with them to be at the top of the points table.
That
There's
is
a
nicely
wonderful.
carried away. Looks like Saifullah Malik is already off to a good start, and that is how he needs to carry, especially towards the offside. I think is good.
Zahir conceding a boundary in the very first ball, and that's a nice, decent play by the batter.
Yes, the intent is right on top. I think that's how someone like Saifullah Malik wants to play. And it's very good to see the likes of Vijay Unni, the captain for Selangor, to be taking strike. He's a man who's in very good form in international cricket as well. And he wants to translate it here and make a mark right from the word go.
Vijayoni is an experienced campaigner, and even in the toss session, also we could see some happy faces from Selangor that they're already at the top of the points table, and we just have to talk about this. A team who is getting some continuous ones, they will have that that rhythm and moment. And gone, I think so. A wicket for Zahir.
Oh, quite unfortunate. Looking to play that cross-batted shot and trying to go for that slot sweep. This is going to be a very big moment in the game, and this is definitely a very big wicket. It is Zakir Hussain, the left-arm spinner, who decided to start things off. Quite a surprising start because normally we see the introduction of the faster bowlers, but this time not to be. And we'll have to wait and watch if Selangor can recover from this because this is one of the team that has been dominating throughout this tournament and right now they will find themselves under pressure from the word go.
1 over I've got completed is 5 runs on the board for the loss of first wicket that we came to see that Vijay Unni, an experienced campaigner, not even scoring no big runs from his side, and Zahir have taken a wicket at the last ball of the first over. What a way to get the first wicket for Malacca. And we have seen this team have got troubled playing against with the other teams, but this match they are playing one of the top tier team at this group. So Malacca, it's purely a big comeback from them after getting that loss in their previous game. Saifullah is a new batter with Asnine.
Flicks that one away nicely. Saifullah Malik is someone who's riding very good form, and alongside Hasnain, both of them are the second and the third highest run scorer in this tournament. At the moment, they need to translate into good score because they're struggling with the fall of the first wicket. So, still, I think they're a very solid side, and they won't be too dented with that first blow because Selangor is already, like you mentioned, John, they're doing quite a good job at the points table as well. But Melaka, this is a must win if they want to top that points table or put themselves in a much more comfortable situation.
The dot ball, and he just conceded a 2-run Saifullah. And straight umpire, he just waited to show the white signal. So yes, coming back to the point on Saifullah, he's a successful batter. We have seen this talent. We have seen this champion scoring some runs for his side, and in the earlier games. So it's going to be an interesting battle between Mohammad Afiq, Mukri, and Saifullah. And and we've also seen how spinners have handled the pressure during the opening overs inside the power play. That shot played by the batter.
You can see that the intention from Saifullah has been already clear. He's trying to get some boundaries early on. He's already managed to pick up one, and it looks like he's one to translate his innings into a big score. At the moment, the top of the leaderboard is Abdul Shukur from Sarawak, but Hassan Masood and Saifullah Malik are not too far behind with 165. Let's see how many he can get from here. And the Henry on rounder Hassan is on strike now.
So for a decent over bowled by this bowler, with one more delivery to go in this over, almost three dot balls. That good for him. And the batter tried to play a bigger one, but it's not going anywhere. So 2 overs have got completed. Selangor 9 runs on the board for the loss of 1 wicket.
Interesting move, if you ask me, John, especially given the fact that Malacca have opted for spin in the first 2 overs. Clearly, they're trying to take the pace of the ball, and looks like it is working because so far they have denied the Selangor openers that free swing in the power play. And on this surface, it already seems like the new ball is gripping just that touch extra. And so it's a tactic that is looking like it is about to force some mistake from the batter's side. And with that, we'll have to see how they go on from here because both these batters are actually very good players of spin as well. And I think Selangor has done a very good job in terms of balancing this lineup quite strongly. If one goes, there is always another. So with that, we have Zakir to continue.
Interesting shot. Interesting shot from the batter. Saifullah is going at a good flow. So boundaries like this needed for Selangor.
Or cracking shot on the offside. You cannot provide width to someone like Saifullah. He stays deep, as you can see on that replay, and waits on that and eventually curves that behind backward of point for four. So that is once again pure class from someone like Saifullah Malik. You expect it, especially after the fall of the first wicket. They need to be busy and they have the responsibility of keeping that scoreboard ticking.
But why is it the necessary one for Malacca to go with the spinners inside the power play? Surprisingly, it's actually an interesting call from them, it seems.
Oh, yes, definitely. Another attempt from Saifullah Malik for cutting that one away. But I think, John, this pitch has already given away a little bit of a hint that there is some turn and bounce on offer that can sometimes create a little bit of awkwardness. And even in the before matches, we have seen that Malacca have not really got it away with the faster bowlers. This time, the ball is played up in the air and goes over the top of the infield and goes away for a boundary. So Saifullah Malik seems like he's in charge of this power play and he's really taking on the spinners. And if that goes, I think, John, you will be right to mention that maybe the right idea will be to introduce a faster bowler. We'll have to wait and watch.
Yes, he is already in a good form and he's having a great tournament, Saifullah. And from the earlier matches, we could see that he's having a good bat swing to play against the paces and also the spinners. So 16 already for him on facing 12 deliveries, two boundaries in this over, and this one played by Saifullah towards the fielder.
Yes, in spite of that first wicket, I think they're going quite strongly. Malacca's going with spin inside the power play, like we were talking about, but it seemed like it's a tactical one. And I was mentioning that on a pitch like this, the ball can eventually grip early, and sometimes it can make the big shots difficult. So I have to see if the spinners are able to pitch it in the right areas. And here is Zakir Hassan.
Just a single. So one to finish off this over. 3 overs have got completed. Selangor 19 already on the board for the loss of 1 wicket.
Have to say that this has been quite a start for both the teams. I think the bowling side will be happy that they has picked up a wicket. On the other hand, I think with 19 on the board and the way Saifullah is going, Selangor are also not looking like they're worried at all. So far, the use of spin has been like a double-edged sword. They have given away some runs, but They've also picked up a wicket here. And seems like, John, this is the way that they are continuing. Mohammad Afik Mukri is to continue.
So they're not in a happy mood to shift for any other bowler. They just want to continue with Mohammad Afiq Makri. But yes, spinners are trying to do the damage here for the batters, Asnain and Saifullah. And Asnain, we have seen this champion, made an impact that knock against Johor 85 or 52, if I'm not wrong. From that match, he has got in the scintillating start and he gets a boundary. Asnain.
What a shot that is. Trademark, almost as if this is a shot that is synonymous with Hasnain. He gets one pitched fuller and eventually he hits that down the track. And whenever he does that, it looks that he has timed the ball with absolute precision. So that's why this fearless batting approach is to be complimented. And now looking like the batters are settling in.
One more this time from Asnain. I guess it will be another consecutive boundary. No, it seems that it clears the boundary ropes. So, which means the maximum that is coming from Asnain. Previously, it was a boundary.
Oh, yes, this time it's gone all the way for a six. So once again, skips down and clean swing of the bat, almost like a golf swing. And it's a straight six down the ground. And that is something that Hasnain really enjoys. And here is to continue.
So, runs are coming for Selangor right now. A boundary being conceded by Mohammad Afiq Mukri. So, he's already on a pressure. This has to still going on. Afiq Mukri and Asnain. 11 of 7. And this is actually after it's an absolute fantastic to watch out between these two batters.
Yes, Selangor needed a solid partnership and looks like one is about to be brewing. And even though the wicket has fallen, momentum is once again with Selangor here.
A boundary and a six. So already 11 runs have came in this over. Last ball to bowl in this over by McCree. Kiplo, a short ball, tempted the batter, but it seems there is no big run scored at that last ball. A dot ball to finish off this over. 4 overs have got completed. Selangor 30 on the board for the loss of 1 wicket.
A solid platform really for Selangor already. They've made most of the power play and we've seen some cracking shots on the offside from Saifullah and some explosive shots down the ground from Hasnain. So contrasting style in their batting approach is really what is helping Selangor here. And looks like these are two batters that are going to be very threatening for Malacca here. And Malacca should really just try to pick up a wicket here because these two can be very dangerous and we've already seen how dangerous they can be in the tournament. With that hope, Zakir is to continue. And in the power play, this is his third over. Explain to us, John, how do you understand this tactic from Malacca? You think this is working for them, or maybe there's the right time for a change?
I'm still wondering that spinners inside the power play, that is actually a brave move from Malacca. And also, they didn't go with any other extra bowler. This shot played by the batter. And yes, traditionally the fast bowlers have dominated the power play with the swing and pace. But in modern T20 cricket, where more captains are taking a calculated risk by introducing the spinners early, even inside the first 6 overs.
I think for both Hasnan and Saifullah to try to pick up the wicket, the bowlers need to be very smart. They need to vary their pace, line and length, and most of the time they can't really error in their line. They need to be attacking the stump, and the variation in spin can eventually help them pick up a wicket.
Just a single played by the batter. Saifullah 17 of 15 and Asnain 13 of 9. So this batting contribution, this one partnership is literally going good for the Selangor after the loss of Vijay Unni. Now, They seems to be okay at the middle. Catch it is a call, but there is no big elevation and straight towards the field. So this is disrupting the batter's rhythm. The power play is usually associated with pace. Now the spinners are dealing this better.
We've seen some classic looking shots as well as some elegant drives, and they will want to continue.
4.4. No big runs in this over. Zakir bowled really an exceptional spell, just conceding only 3 runs.
This has been a good spell of spin bowling because Selangor is known to be batting whenever they get a chance to be with very good run rate. At the moment, as you can see, that 5 overs is done, the run rate is 6.6. So I think Malacca, even though they've been able to pick up just that 1 wicket, they'll be quite happy with what they have done. And so far, in terms of the run rate, they've definitely kept them in check. It's just that they would have preferred to pick up at least a couple of more wickets here.
Five overs have got completed. Selangor 33 on the board for the loss of 1 wicket. Now Saifullah and Asnain, they are going really good. It's been an interesting start to this innings. Malacca opened the bowling, the pacer and also spinners handled inside this power play. Samil Alam for the very first time in this match.
Yes, Samuel Alam is introduced to inject some pace into Malacca's bowling attack. This is going to be a smart move to just shake things up a little bit after the spinners have given them that start. He'll be looking to use the speed and just try to unsettle these two batters who've looked so good already. Saifullah 18 of 19 alongside Hasnain's 14 of just the 10 deliveries.
Outside is a big call from Samil Alam. It seems to be there is no point of contact between the bat and ball. But you can see that slight frustration and disappointment in the face of Samil Alam. 2 dot balls.
Yes, he needs to produce a few dot deliveries on clusters here. And if you can just look at that replay, that was an absolute beauty. Right on the corridor and almost inducing that false shot as well. He's quite unlucky to have missed the stump as well as getting a nick on that occasion.
Now we creates the pressure to the batter. Asnan 14 of 12. Non-striker was little bit late to the crease and also that call made by him. And we can see that rushness in between the batters for the singles.
Yes, in this over, he has managed to keep Hasnain quiet, and Hasnain hasn't looked like he's found the rhythm against the fast bowlers. So, as we know that he has the class to just turn it around very quickly, but so far, credit to Samuel Alam Bathan for producing such good deliveries so consistently. Now he's up against Saifullah Malik, who's known to be a batter who's able to strike the faster bowlers very nicely. Let's see how it goes.
No run scored in this delivery. Selangor they're already sitting at 34 runs for the loss of 1 wicket. Have laid a steady platform, but with pace coming in now, the next few overs will test their shot selection and ability to rotate strike. So it is a moment where the momentum can shift quietly for them, either a big over for the batters or a breakthrough for the bowlers. Again, that run up from Samil Alam to Saifullah. Short ball and one more decent delivery from Samil Alam to get this dot delivery.
So far, Samuel Alam has been consistent in terms of pitching the ball just around that off-stump corridor of uncertainty, and has gotten some neat swing going as well. I think he's given us that hint of in-swinger, and it is that movement and that accuracy which has so far been testing the Selangor batters' technique here. They've done a good job against spin, and they are reputed batters against the fast bowling as well. But so far, Samuel Alam has to be credited.
Interesting shot from the batter. Chase is on for the fielder to stop the ball, and that was actually a good stop, stopping some runs for his side. This has to be appreciated.
Oh, yes, stunning fielding from the man who's done that hard work. He was running in from mid off all the way to almost stopping that, and eventually he does that successfully. But in the meantime, good running between the wickets as well to turn that into three. It really shows how fit these two batters are. So, overall, I have to say that on that last ball, we saw some excellent cricket. It was a good ball, pitched fuller, and a very good looking straight drive from Saifullah as well. And excellent groundwork from the fielder of Malacca. 6 overs done, so the power play is completed. It's 37 with a loss of 1.
Mohammad Sufyan, the spinner in action, and first delivery he bowls, and he creates a little bit of pressure for the batter Saifullah, 21 of 22. Sufyan is an interesting bowler to watch out. So whenever the team needs a wicket, he will be there for that.
Yes, seems like another spinner is introduced into the attack to just continue applying that squeeze on the Selangor batters. So far, you can see that the ball is gripping slightly as well, and off the surface, there's been a little bit of an extraction in terms of spin. And Mohammad Sufyan is someone who really can apply pressure, and right here, he'll want to pick up a wicket and just put them back on the back foot.
Asnine, 14 of 13. And this shot played by the batter, so which means a gentle stroke, and ask for the single. But today, the fielding of Malacca has been absolutely brilliant, and we have seen in the last ball of the previous over, uh, they're not in a happy mood to give any sort of boundaries or more than any runs. They just stopped it near to the boundary tops. Exceptional fielding effort.
Yes, they'll be needing more of those, especially up against a team like Selangor. Selangor doesn't really give you too many chances, and if you want to put on a good show, you need all the three departments to be good.
Flighted through the air, and just another single made by this batter. So Selangor are building steadily right now, and now comes a fresh challenge for them. This is actually a clever move from Malacca to give the ball to Mohammad Sufyan, going with an extra spinner, popping out of the crease. This shot played by this batter, couple of bounces, so which means a boundary, and this gives a much relief for the batter and also for the Selangor.
Gorgeously played, beautifully timed. Hansnan just punches towards mid wicket for 4 this time, and you can see that it wasn't too aggressive. It was just controlled from Hansnan and just had enough timing to take it all the way to the boundary. So just when the over was turning out to be a very good one, he has done that damage that was required. Hansnan moves on to 19.
7 already on this over. So last ball to bowl. So after that big shot played by this batter, it rotating the strike, which means a single. 7 overs have got completed. Selangor, it's 45 for the loss of 1 wicket.
Yes, you're right to mention about the rotation of the strike. They have played some smart cricket, I have to say. They've done the hard work, they've picked up boundaries on occasions, but they've never let momentum slip away. If you look at that batting card, Saifullah Malik came out to bat with Vijay Unni, and after the fall of the first wicket, it is Hasnan Ahmed who has joined him, and so far this is turning out to be a very good partnership. Saifullah Malik, 23 of 24, has steadied the ship, and Hasnan Ahmed has shown us his controlled aggression. But We have to talk about the discipline of Malacca bowlers. Only two extras given, and the fast bowler is back into the attack. He's done a good job in terms of controlling the flow of momentum. But right now, all he needs here is a wicket to change things up.
Good intent from the bowler, Samil Alam. So, in the world of explosive sixes and power hitting, there's one key element often gets overlooked is the rotation of strike. So, even though Selangor, they're too good with scoring the boundaries, can light up the scoreboard. It's the ability to keep the scoreboard ticking with singles and twos. They have to keep that thing in their mind right now. They've got a good batting lineup. Samil Alam to Asnain. And this shot again played by this batter, but that was actually a good stop by the fielder.
But you can see that they're not shying away to take up those singles. This is how momentum can be built. And they have done a fantastic job to be able to run those. And sometimes, even when they have played it straight to the fielder, they have trusted each other's calling. And up against such disciplined attack of Malacca, they've shown us that with the rotation of the strike, you can never allow pressure to mount on you. Excellent cricket, I have to say, from Selangor so far.
Oh, seems to be frustrated. That is actually good to see this interesting battle between Saifullah and Samil Alam. And you can see that smile on his face after conceding that dot delivery.
Oh, yes, because Saifullah Malik is someone who pulls the ball very nicely. So, on that occasion, it was a touch too early for that shot, and he went for it but couldn't just connect. So, the bowler wins the battle this time, but I think Saifullah Malik will be aware and ready if that ball arises later on.
Down the leg side. But it's quite good from Malacca that you have already mentioned. They just went with only two extras, and after a long time, I guess we are witnessing a wide in this match.
Yes, the spinners have started the progression of the innings and they've been controlling it very nicely. And Samuel Alam is also continuing in that fashion. But on that occasion, it was just a touch fuller down the leg side and umpire signaled it a wide. But they've been consistent.
Good shot. So, which means just a single in this delivery. So, yes, coming back to the point, the game awareness between Asnain and Saifullah, it helps that breaks the rhythm of bowlers and it prevents the dot ball pressure. So, they're not in a happy mood to play any dot balls. Also, they're two good aggressive batter. Asnain, who plays some massive knocks, and we have already seen Saifullah is already on 24 of 26. So, let's see how it goes for the next few overs. Samil Alam to Asnain. A fuller one. Wow. It's pretty much easy move from Samil Alam to go with another dot delivery. Again, a pressure for the batter.
Samuel Alam has been very experienced and he's shown us that he's going to be very consistent as well. So far, no width provided, and we know that Hasnan Ahmed is someone who likes the challenge from the fast bowlers as well. So we'll have to see how this last ball goes because I think Hasnan is willing to hit this.
So a single to finish off this over, it seems, but the batter needs another extra runs. And this is good running between the wickets. In fact, for one ball, we have seen some several instances happened. So 8 overs have got completed. Selangor 50 comes up for them for the loss of one wicket.
Yes, this has been quite an interesting start for both the sides. I think Malacca is going to be very happy given the run rate of Selangor at the moment. On the other hand, Selangor will feel that they have started to build a platform here for themselves with 50 with the loss of one in 8 overs. We know they have plenty of batters to come in the likes of someone like Devin Harindra who can hit the ball big alongside one Muhammad Azam, one Muhammad Ashraf Azmi, the talented all-rounder. So there's quite a few. And if they're able to put on a good score, they'll feel very competitive because even Selangor have a few very talented spinners in the likes of the tournament highest wicket taker, Prashant Madhukar. as well as the captain himself, Vijay, who's so good with those off spinners. So really, it's a game where they'll feel that they want to put some respectability in terms of the scoreboard pressure. And right now, we have the two of the best that Selangor can offer in terms of Saifullah and Hasnain.
50 already on the board for Selangor. But have you seen that the delivery came from Mohammad Sufyan, creating the pressure on the batter, but the batter just trying to, give the adjustments to play a bigger one. This is actually good from Mohammad Sufyan. And yes, I just want to mention this here. Malacca, they are not in a happy mood to concede any boundaries or sixes. Good bowling effort from Mohammad Sufyan, and that one was a clear strike by the batter.
Just have a look at that delivery. It was fuller, and really, Hasnan is someone who thrives on this kind of delivery. So you talk about the dot balls building up the pressure, and then, as if Hasnan heard you, bangs in a boundary.
Oh, a full toss it seems, popping out of the crease. That one was straight away hitting the black screen. It's a six.
Oh, he backs it up in style, doesn't he? All the way up for that maximum. It's a statement hit from that man who's in trailblazing form, Hasnan Ahmed. He was watchful initially, and now with the operation of spin, it looks like he is the man in charge. What a response under pressure, and now truly a shift in the momentum for Selangor here.
Already a boundary and a six conceded by Mohammad Sufyan this time around the wicket, trying to change the angle, and which means they goes for the another run. And this is something a spectacular one to watch out between Asnain and Saifullah. They are too good in their running too, not only with their shots.
Yes, and they've placed the ball perfectly today as well. So they're definitely keeping Selangor on the right track for a big total, and this will be required for a big partnership.
And that's a boundary. So the fielder got fumbled. He couldn't able to stop it. This over is turning out to be a fantastic over for Selangor. Some runs of came for them.
A sloppy effort in the field. As you can see, that should have really been stopped. But eventually, it is another straight boundary for that man again, Hasnain, and he'll be very happy. At the moment, he's cashing in on every mistake, and if he's allowed to continue, he's looking at a big total.
Selangor, they're already moving on to near to the 70s here, but Mohammad Sufyan tried to came and quickly stop the run with this over, but unfortunately, there's boundaries, witness 9 overs got completed. So they put 69 already on the board for the loss of one wicket, but this partnership is literally going good for them after the loss of the first wicket.
Yes, at the moment the boundaries are flowing and they have done a very good job in terms of rotating the strike. So suddenly it seems that Malacca are under a little bit of a pressure to find a breakthrough because if you can see that the run rate was hovering around 6 and over, but now it has gone all the way to go over 7.5. So a complete shift in terms of the over from Mohammad Sufyan. And now Samuel Alam Badhan will have his work cut off here. This partnership is already brewing, and Hasnain is looking very dangerous. Look at how quickly he's moved on to 41 of just 25. So that's the kind of damage he can do with just a couple of hits. He can take his score to a big one. And in is Samuel Alam against Saifullah Malik. And his 2 overs have gone for just 8 runs, but all he needs to cap that is a breakthrough.
Samil Alam is someone who's always gets wickets for his side, and spectacular bowling. This has been from Malacca, and totally, undoubtedly, this is something a special one from Malacca. Even after facing that loss in their earlier game, but Selangor, they have a complete package of big batting unit. Hasnain 41 of 25. Here comes Samil Alam, a full toss one, and he also got bit fumble. That straight shot played by this batter, no one can stop this.
For a moment, the bowler thought he's in with a chance, but these are never easy in the follow through. A low full toss picked up by Hasnain, and once again, another time it is straight as an arrow, no chance for the fielders, and another boundary down the ground. So, at the moment, Hasnain is really making it seem very easy, and he's really starting to dominate proceedings here.
And also, I just want to mention this. Have you seen that the previous delivery that has been hit by this batter straight towards the bowler's face almost? So Samil Alam has to be very, very careful while grabbing the ball. That should have been already hit and got, hurt by the bowler. But surprisingly, he got escaped. Samil Alam.
On that occasion, yes, the reflex really saving him, and you have to be hopeful for Samuel Alam to make a very strong comeback because he seems to be the right man for the job.
Slashes towards the offside, couple of bounces. Hasnain is moving on to 49 with that boundary. So, which means Selangor looking at the top position right now.
Oh, yes, Witt provided this time and slashes us that and cuts that away so beautifully. What a start this is for Selangor right now. They've quickly moved on, and now the run rate looks very healthy as well, thanks to the innings of Hasnain, who's moved on to 49 in no time.
Two boundaries has been conceded by Samil Alam. Today is not having a great day, but we'll have to find out like what would be the best options that Malacca that they can go with after this over. And they've already introduced spinners inside the power play, and it seems 50 for Astin. What a way to bring the 50 in style.
Yes, a blistering 50 one more time from Hasnain. He's got it of just 29 deliveries, and he's put out a real exhibition of power and scintillating timing. He's taken the attack apart, and he's never really allowed Malacca to settle in after his arrival. Top class innings from him already.
After the two boundaries that we have seen in this over, which means a single to finish off this over. 10 overs have got completed. Selangor 80 already on the board for the loss of one wicket. So it seems times for the players to go and have the drinks. 10 overs have got completed. Selangor 80 on the board for the loss of 1 wicket. Again, Malacca, they have a strong pipeline, a good strength of bowlers in their end. So, Zakir, 3 overs, 18 runs conceded by him. But he picked up a crucial wicket that we have seen a little bit earlier in this match. Zakir popping out of the crease. Saifullah after the drinks break, it seems to be that he has got a good energy.
Oh, Saiful is someone who's always full of energy, and this is the right time to mention our viewers that there's a healthy competition as well brewing between the two batters of Selangor. Just now, with that start and that half century, Hasnan Ahmed has already taken Saifullah Malik down, and now he's the second highest scorer of this tournament. But Saifullah is also holding firm, and both are making serious statement in terms of pushing each other to just raise that bar extra. Zakir is to operate, and now one more time, Saifullah on strike.
And it takes the edge. So, which means the chase for the fielder, it seems. Finally, the ball kisses the boundary ropes. After the drinks break, we have witnessed the first boundary by this batter.
It's quite a little bit of a tricky one on that occasion. Just that slight bit of width. Saifullah wanted to get a cut shot at it, but eventually gets that fine nick. But sometimes he'll take those edges, and when they pay off like that, you'll be very happy as well. So eventually, reward for some intent for Saifullah Malik.
Definitely, there is actually a good intent in short of rotation of strike. Coming out of the crease, this time played in the gap, and they're literally finding the gap to score the runs. This is something special about Saifullah and Hasnain, and also they are too good with their partnership. Also, they don't want to lose their wickets here.
Yes, Saifullah looking absolutely flawless, if you ask me, in terms of the approach and in terms of how he's taking this innings on. He's picked up the doubles on regular intervals and with such ease. This is the kind of smart batting can build a strong innings. And just like that, he smashed it over the top of the infield. And look at how convincingly he's able to pick up a boundary with that shot. So turning out to be a very good over for Saifullah here.
Flighted through the air, the ball came right on the slot for the batter, and we just have to appreciate that effort taken by the batter to hit that ball. Couple of bounces, and surely he is a great timer of the ball. There is no doubt on that. Saifullah, 39 of 33.
Yes, now starting to look very threatening. He's finally gotten going and he's up the tempo and now putting the pressure right back.
Played on the leg side. Chance for the fielder to grab the ball. And we have seen some fielders have taken this high standard of catches, but absolutely a great effort by the fielder.
Oh, you mentioned how good the fielding of Malacca has been today. And on that occasion, it was a tough chance, but it has gone down. Zakir looks disappointed.
Just a few runs for Selangor. And coming back to the point of that brilliant effort taken by the fielder to grab the ball, but now white signal shown by the straight umpire, so which means some extra runs for Selangor, and they are good right now. 96 on the board. Astain, 50 of 29. No runs scored in this delivery, so which means a dot ball to finish off this over. 11 overs have got completed. Selangor 96 on the board for the loss of 1 wicket.
Yes, the scoreboard now starting to look very interesting because if Selangor can keep going at this kind of a run rate, then they'll be looking well over 180 to 200. So that's really the kind of score that will be in their mind. But we have to talk about that drop catch. Sometimes it can eventually take sheer excellence to just produce that perfect delivery, and you just have to back it up with some very sharp effort in the field as well. And it is especially required when the partnership is blossoming such nicely as on this occasion as well. And it was that man Saifullah Malik who started to look so dangerous. Initially he was playing that anchor role when Hasnain was going, and now with Saifullah taking in the charge as well, things can start looking very gloomy for Malacca very, very
Yes,
quickly,
50 meter.
as long as they don't break a partnership here. With that, there's a change of bowler. Looks like Mohammad
Chara,
Izham Shah is
one time
introduced into
mention
the
the
attack.
SDI, the small
So
one, okay?
some sort
One
of a
time, just
motivation
for
is
5 minutes.
required, and maybe he can produce the good delivery that Malacca is hoping for.
11 overs have got completed. Selangor 96 on the board for the loss of 1 wicket. So they have made their adjustments in the fielding department. Malacca right now. Mohammad Izam Shah right on the slot. A fuller one. The very first ball that he bowls in this match. But he's a great talent. He's a champion already.
Yes, this is a good platform for this youngster to just shine. And like you mentioned, it's already a good start. He looks confident.
Wide signal given by the straight umpire. But today it's good to see that from Malacca, uh, not going with too many extras, and the fielding effort was fantastic to see from the fielders. They've stopped some runs, and eventually, this is the kind of the intent that we wanted to see from Malacca today.
And you can see that Saifullah Malik is not really allowing Izam Shah to settle in here. He's not underestimating the youngster, but he's looking to put him under slight bit of pressure right from the word go. You can see that that's the second occasion where he has attempted a big shot and looks like he's playing with the bowler's mind and not allowing him to come to a good rhythm here.
Definitely, they are having a good rhythm and intent in their batting. Oh, pressure for Mohammad Azam Shah. So, which means wide and extra bit of runs for Selangor. Now, the scoreboard will be moving on to the 3 digits.
Yes, turning out to be a good partnership. And just look at that. It was really a poor delivery down the leg side. Nothing much can be done by the wicketkeeper either. It's called four wides, and really, gifts like that add up and eventually put a lot of extra pressure on the bowling side. And we've talked about how disciplined they have been, and the youngster really needs to come back and make a strong statement here. Of course, he can pick up a wicket and be very happy with himself, and exactly that is what is required for Malacca here.
Again, the same sort of delivery from Mohammad Azam Shah. This time, the wicketkeeper says, Boss, I'm already there. I'm not going to leave this delivery just like the previous one.
Yes, suddenly the extras are creeping in and putting Malacca on the back foot. They can't really afford to do it much more longer. This is turning out to be a very long over already. Five deliveries, but only two of them will be counted as legal.
So that's a pressure. And he's already seems to be a little bit frustrated, Mohammad Azam Shah, but he's bowling and also he's having that skill and ability. He's a raw talent. That's why the skipper has given the ball to Mohammad Azam Shah. A straight arm action, angling into the batter. Good shot played by this batter. A single made by them. So a tricky one. Are they going for another one?
Not really. They have settled in for just a single. But I think whenever Izam Shah has pitched the ball in the right areas, he's looked good. He has that discipline and threatening as well. But the extras can be costly, so he needs to keep them in check to really build on the pressure on the batsman. He's bowled well when he's pitched the ball in the fuller areas.
Interesting to see that this thing from Selangor batting unit. For every ball, they want to hit the runs through a bat, and also they want runs badly. And today we often see that a couple of runs in each over they've got received by their opponent, Malacca.
Yes, and look at what extras can do because of the fact that he's bowled three wides. This has turned out to be a very long over. and in it comes 12 runs for Selangor. So that's what can happen. So he's looked good, but a couple of loose deliveries has really spoiled his spell. 12 overs completed, 108 on the board with a loss of one, and with two set batters out there in the likes of Hasnan and Saifullah Malik, I think it is going to be quite an interesting part of this innings, especially now. I think we have to discuss about what could be a good score here. So, what are you looking at, John? How do you think the innings will progress, and what will be the total that they will be targeting here?
Possibly, they will be looking for a competitive total on the scoreboard to put on their opponent Malacca. We have seen this side, Selangor, 3 matches, 3 wins for them. Absolutely, something a good intent that has been shown right from the beginning of this tournament. So, which means they're already top at the points table. So, a team like Selangor, they're already at the top. So, which means so they are coming with a good and strong energy in this match. You see that after the loss of that first wicket of Uji Uni, now Asnain 51 of 32, Saifullah 44 of 38. Even this is the best example what I would like to give the replay for your question. And that shot played by the batter, the chase is on for the fielder. This batting contribution, this partnership is going good for them.
And look at how strongly he starts off against the opposition captain, Mohammad Hanif. Saifullah Malik just rides onto that front foot and then plays away nicely towards that area where he's been so dominating. Once again, a couple of runs for him, and right now they're looking to accelerate.
Easy picking by this batter. So yes, a question which you have asked me, like how from here Selangor, what would be the right total that they can put on Malacca? And in fact, you see this batting stuff of Asnain, 51 of 32. In the beginning of this match, he seems to be a little bit frustrated, and he handled that situation during the middle overs quietly good.
Yes, I think that's where partnership comes into play, and we have to give credit to someone like Saifullah. He's been so productive out there, and at the moment, even he has capitalized. He's moved on to 47 of just 40 deliveries with effortless timing and control.
Appeal came from Mohammad Hanif. But what is the turnaround from Malacca? Inside the power play with the spinners, there is no proper pacers. And again, after the drinks break, we could see Ezam Shah came, and that turned out to be a long over from him. Again with the spinner.
Yes, Malacca has realized that they have a better chance to just go on with the spinners. And in terms of the control of the run rate, they had done a good job. Initially, I think there was a good grip of the scoring rate, but then the partnership was started to brew, and with that, the confidence as well increased.
Excellent one. This has been from Selangor. So just a single to finish off this over. 13 overs have got completed. 114 for the loss of 1 wicket. So still they have 7 overs to play in this game. But obviously, I would think that best score, if I just want to put on everyone's mind, maybe like 160 to 180 will be the right total from Selangor.
Yes, with the likes of some of the best spinners lurking around in this Malaysia domestic circuit, Selangor will be very confident if they are around that 170, 180 runs. And really, at this stage, you can sense that the batters are starting to look a little bit fatigued, but they have to keep their energies up because this is the partnership that can be really damaging. And one more thing I have to talk about is the fact that they have kept the scoreboard ticking with the running between the wickets. The flow of runs has kept Selangor from feeling any kind of cluster of dot deliveries. And for that reason, I think they're looking very comfortable. Interestingly, we are seeing Mohammad Azam Shah back into the attack. He's been slightly expensive, and especially now that the two batters are willing to accelerate, this is going to be an interesting passage of play.
Last over, we have seen SM Shah. He didn't get that rhythm and momentum, but right now we just have to think like whether he can able to bowl the decent deliveries in this over. And in this replay, you can see.
Yes, he's so refreshing when he bowls the ball in that right area. You can see that there's a hint of an in swing.
A dot ball from Mohammad Isam Shah in the previous delivery, but right now the batter need some runs here. It's already 116 on the board for Selangor. So bowling in the T20 cricket is a high stakes job. If you see Mohammad Isam Shah, every ball is a battle for them, every over a mental duel. But sometimes even the best bowlers crack, and that's when frustration creeps in. A straight arm action. Mohammad Isam Shah, this is good. This has to be there for him for the rest of the next overs which he bowls in this match.
Yes, so far he has that little bit of an energy of a newcomer, and on that occasion the ball really rising in a slightly uncomfortable position for Hasnain to go after it, and a dot ball.
What was that from Mohammad Isam Shah? This literally happens right between the bowler and the batter. That one was actually a quite interesting one to guess the batter ticking, like whether he can go for the shot or not. It can start subtly, a mistimed shot that flies for a easy single, but they have got some couple of runs. It seems 3 runs on the delivery. So you can describe about the fielding effort from Malacca today. They're so exceptional, and they're literally stopping some runs.
Yes, they have been supported by the fielders today.
Oh, that one was absolutely rushing from the fielder to stop the ball near the boundary ropes. This is good cricket from Selangor.
Yeah, Malacca, in terms of the ground fielding, has been very good. They have supported their bowlers well, and this over is turning out to be a very good one. Mohammad Isam Shah has done a good job, and with that, it's 50 for Saifullah. What an innings of grit, and what an absolute class this man has shown one more time. Once again, this is a very good knock. He's mixed the patience with occasional power hitting, and now he's firmly up at the crease.
And it taken 44 deliveries for Saifullah to brings up his 50 in this game. Absolutely something a special one from Hasnain and Saifullah. This partnership, once again, I have to tell you, it's going literally good after the loss of that first wicket. It's 14 overs have got completed. Selangor 122 for the loss of 1 wicket here. And in our screen right now, we can see the next batters doing some drills.
How good has been these two for Selangor? Saifullah Malik and Hasnain Ahmed. Both the batters have picked up their third half century each in this tournament already. And so, in their 4 innings, if they have gotten 3 half centuries, that really tells us how remarkable their batting effort has been. Consistently is the word that is what I will describe them with. And they've been an absolute match winner for their side.
That has been stopped again by the fielder. Yes, we were just mentioning about the fielding effort of Malacca players today. They are looking really, really great in their fielding. They are not in a happy mood to give any sort of width for the Selangor batters to score the runs. Mohammad Hanif, flighted through the air. This time the shot played by the batter. Is it clears the distance? And yes, what a maximum that came from Hasnain.
Yes, Malacca has been very sharp in the field today, so I think that is why Hasnain has decided to respond in some sort of style. It's pitched in full, and one more time, another towering six to remind them that boundaries are still to be found, and if Hasnain is out there, the score is going to be big.
Played on the gap, offside. It seems to be, what can I tell that? An inside out shot from the batter. And yes, we can see that happy face from Hasnain. on getting this boundary.
Yes, Hasnain looks like he's a man in absolute right zone at the moment in terms of the shot making as well. He's hit a six and then a boundary to back it up, and beautifully done.
It's about temperament, shot selection, and holding the innings when it mattered the most. And also, he just rotated the strike beautifully, punished the loose deliveries. A six and a boundary being scored by this batter.
Yes, if Malacca don't tighten things up soon, the innings could really explode, and the captain is with that responsibility.
This over is turning out to be a good over for the Selangor, and the scoreboard is ticking for them. Both of the half century reflects not just skill but leadership at the crease. Stopped by the bowler, so which means a dot ball to finish off this over. 15 overs have successfully got completed in this match. The next 5 overs will decide what could be the right total from Selangor that they can put on Malacca. It's already 135 for the loss of 1 wicket. And dark clouds.
Oh, yes, not the best of sights for our viewers. Looks like clouds are gathering and it has gotten very gloomy. So, this can bring some interesting changes in the condition. You can see that strong winds have started to blow. And will it spice things up for the bowlers, or will we have an interruption in the game? Which we, of course, hope that it shouldn't be the case, but nature can sometimes be too dominating. But when I use the word dominating, Hasnain and Saifullah truly comes in my mind today. And with that, 5 last overs remaining, and they'll be in with a mission to finish the game on a high. Let's see what the umpires decide, because at the moment things have gotten very gloomy.
I guess there is no drizzle, it seems. And good shot again in that leg side. But obviously, as dark clouds begin to loom over the ground, there is a visible shift not just in the sky, but in the energy of the match. Wow, it's good to see, Abrar.
Yes, and one more time, we have to say that what a partnership. These two batters has been so consistent throughout this tournament. And right now, you can sense that, like you mentioned, there's a shift in the momentum. Both the batters are trying to capitalize as much as possible. And with just under 5 overs now remaining, they'll want to get as many runs as possible.
Both the batters are looking at a good shape and should be a single, Mohammad Afiq Mukri. And we have seen this bowler bowls a little bit early in this match and taking after a break that he came back to bowl in this match. So he's bowling his 3rd over. And it's a good move, seems. And this time the wicketkeeper makes no mistake. What an active work. That's temping from behind the stumps. Clever piece of work from the wicketkeeper.
Yes, and have to give full credit to Mohammad Afiq Mukri. Just look at that delivery. It was brilliant bit of execution by the bowler. It was quick hands from the wicketkeeper that eventually did the work, but I have to say that it was a flighted delivery and almost as if he read that intention of the batter too early. Eventually, he's stumped and he has to walk back to the pavilion, but not before he has already done the damage. So just when things were looking a bit gloomy up in the sky, things have started to look a bit gloomy for Selangor as well, especially now since they've lost a wicket. But we know they have lots of bowlers, batters rather. So at the moment, they'll want to capitalize exactly on that. With that, Saifullah's innings comes to completion. This has been a very good knock. He scored 54 and he has gone back to the pavilion now. So he's done the work in terms of opening the innings and anchoring the innings from one side. Right now, Muhammad Arif is the new batter joining Hasnain, and he'll be coming out there with just one mission, that is to up the scoring rate.
After that early loss of the first wicket that we have seen from Selangor, it taken a long time for Malacca to break this partnership. And just in case that it came from Mohammad Afiq Mukri to bowl the brilliant delivery and asking the batter to step out and immediately that wicket has been taken by him, and you just have to give the credits to wicketkeeper also. But this partnership of that wonderful contribution that was going between the two batters, that has been broken by Mohammad Afiq Makri. Here comes the new batter, Mohammad Arif. Rain breaks and interruptions, dark clouds. It's all happening here in this venue. So play down the leg side. Oh, it seems that the new batter had got the boundary in the very first ball that he faced.
Almost as if he was ready. He knew where the ball is going to be. What a start this is for Arif. First ball, and he dispatches it with a beautiful looking sweep shot straight to the boundary on the leg side. And this is the kind of aggressive intent that Selangor were hoping for.
What a gutsy mindset he is having, Mohammad Arif. Even after the partnership has been got broken, so it will take a little bit of time for the battle to settle in. But he scored the runs at the very first ball that he has faced, that too gone for boundary.
Yes, Arif is looking very proactive out there. He's confident and positive. He needs to keep this approach so that the momentum keeps on going and he can eventually develop that final cameo with Hasnain out there in the middle.
Short ball, and it kept a little bit low. So single to finish off this over. 16 overs have got completed. Selangor 144 for the loss of 2 wickets.
Selangor really have a very strong platform. From here, they will be looking to launch that late assault. And the key now here is for Arif and Hasnain to continue. But in comes the captain, Hanif, and I think he'll be the man who's right for the job. Especially he needs to pick up the wicket of Hasnain Ahmed here.
Flighted through the air, Mohammad Hanif. This time he got punished by this batter. A spectacular shot played by this batter. It's a 6. What a time to get this 6 for him.
Every time Hasnain hits the ball down the ground, it is almost as if 6 is written all over it. And this time he goes big one more time, and that goes soaring over the ropes again. It's a massive hit, and it puts Malacca right back under the pump.
Hasnain moving on to 77 of 45. So, what will be the body language and the mindset of Mohammad Hanif being as a bowler, conceding a 6 at the very first ball of this over? It's already a death overs. So, it's time for the batters to hit some boundaries and sixes, and we get to see some good scenes in our eyes. One more shot, this time from the batter. Again a 6, so which means a consecutive 6s for Hasnain. This man is living at a different planet.
Oh, yes, Hasnain is looking so dangerous out there at the moment. Look at that shot once again, advancing down the ground, launches it straight up into that gloomy sky and makes that bowler grim with fear as well. What a stroke of absolute domination from Hasnain.
So, who said the rain is going to come in this venue? It's like a raining boundaries and sixes from Hasnain. He's moving on to 87 with this boundary. 2 6s and a boundary. It's time for Hasnain to damage Mohammad Hanif. It's a big punch.
Looks like he's on absolute carnage here. We have confirmation that that has actually gone all the way for a maximum. So it is Selangor who are looking absolutely in full control, and especially thanks to that carnage from Hasnain, which has left the opposition captain in absolute cell shock. So 3 consecutive 6s, and now he's quickly moved on to 89 of 47.
I think this is the for the very first time we see that the batter getting 3 6s in an over consecutively. Asnain would be the first player, I guess, in this tournament, if I'm not wrong. But what a time to get this three sixes. It's an absolute pressure, real and absolute pressure for a bowler.
The question that will be hovering right now is, can he convert this blazing start over into a century?
Very, very clean and good strength of batting. This has been from Asnain, 90 or 48, but wide right now from Mohammad Hanif. But we can feel that there is a little bit of pressure for the bowler after conceding the three sixes with the wide right now. Looks good. Looks good. He's at a different shape today. Asnain. We have already seen this batter hitting three sixes. Now a boundary.
Oh, this is the boundary that he was searching for. You saw that when he ran on that wide, he was eager to take the strike, and this is going to be a valuable addition to his innings. He's quickly moved on to 94 runs, and now he wants to go after Mohammad Hanif here. One more six is required. Can he do it?
So it might take another few overs for him to get that feed. But as of now, everything is going good for Asnain. 95 or 50. But what a batting this has been from him. 17 overs have got completed. It's 170 for the loss of 2 wickets. Selangor.
An expensive outing for Muhammad Hanif, really, with the ball in hand. His 3 overs have gone for 45 runs. And look at that. Would you believe it? The score is 117, just 17 overs. So at one stage, Selangor were really going with a run rate of 6 and under it. But then suddenly they have really capitalized. That's what wickets in hand can do. And we have to give credit to Selangor. They've absolutely looked like they belong here and one of the best sides that are featured in this tournament.
Last over from Mohammad Hanif, if I'm not wrong, I guess it's 27 runs, almost the 27 runs have been conceded by Mohammad Hanif, turning out to be a long over and a big over for Selangor. Asnain on trouble. Almost a chance for the fielder to grab the ball. Boss is a sitter. It's a big opportunity, a big luck for Asnain. Why is he dropped that catch?
Oh, that is so costly against a man who's on 95. This chance could have ended Hasnan's innings right there. And sometimes the game just turns on moments like this. Fortune favors the brave, and looks like the cricketing prayers of Hasnan are being answered here. He's in with a chance, and this time he should really just focus on reaching it. It's just one shot away, and he really needs to deliver here.
Just you have to come back to the point what we were talking. Us9 has been dropped on 96. That was absolute sitter for that fielder. So 52 deliveries. He's playing a good game. Played on the gap. I guess with that boundary, 100 for Asnain. And we have seen this champion already scoring a 50 plus scores in this tournament, but he is turning out to be a consecutive performer and a well deserving 100. We can see that appreciation from the dugout of Selangor. And yes, he kisses the ground.
What a sensational moment this is. Hasnan brings up a magnificent 100. He truly deserves it. And this is a moment of sheer brilliance. He's gotten it off just 53 deliveries, and all of the teammates are absolutely delighted. This is T20 batting at its absolute best, and Selangor fans are up and running. They're on their feet. He scored that with a strike rate of 188 of just a few deliveries more than 50 balls. So, what a crucial moment it could have been if he was out, but his innings was not just about runs, it was about the precision. Just like that, now since he's gotten 100, he smashes it over the top of the infield and picks up another maximum. What an innings this is turning out to be.
Consistent performer, the backbone of any team. A player like Asnain, have a look at the shot. That ball came right on the slot and just a flick from him in a format like T20 where momentum swings. Last ball slashes to the offside. We've already seen a boundary and a six being scored by Asnain. So a single to finish of this over. 18 overs have got completed. Selangor 183 for the loss of 2 wickets.
Oh yes, Selangor are absolutely cruising out there at the moment. We were predicting the score. We thought that anything around that 180 could be a good one from 1 point. But right now, they're definitely eyeing that 200 runs with 8 wickets in hand and the firepower they have at the crease. They'll be just trying to capitalize furthermore. And another spinner is introduced into the attack, but looks like it can be very costly. Someone like Hasnan has really taken a liking against the spinners, and he's in with a chance to add further more scores into his innings as well as the total of the team.
What a moment in this game again from Asnain. Already we have seen some flurry of boundaries and sixes being scored by him. This time another maximum that is coming from the same batter. He's moving on to 113. First ball, that's a maximum.
Oh, what a shot this is. He's turning out to be the tournament's standout performer. And looks like even the clouds are clearing and giving Hassan a further opportunity to prolong this innings and eventually score much more than what he at a moment looked like will eventually deliver. The partnership is unbroken and the contribution for Arif is just six.
Well shot, one bounce. Asnain, after bringing up that sublime century, and what a way to do it with composure, confidence, and calculated aggression. But one thing I would love to see from Asnain in a match where his team needed someone to anchor and accelerate, Asnain rose to the occasion like a true match winner. Again, a catching chance for the fielder, but this time it already clears the fence. But Mohammad Arif gets a boundary, it seems.
Oh, what a cameo this is turning out to be. It is Arif who's joined the party in style and he's taken one from outside the off stump with that slog sweep. He's injecting that energy that is required for that final blow. And right now, Selangor are absolutely dominating out here.
Coming out of the crease, he just mistimed that shot. But I'm the one who told this thing a little bit earlier in this match, I guess, when I was talking about the right total, what Selangor can put on Malacca, 160 to 180. But they cheated me. 195 is already on the board for Selangor.
Nothing really wrong from your side. It's just that Hassan has suddenly started to accelerate in a fashion that is absolutely miraculous. This is not the kind of cricket we see every day. And especially against a competitive bowling attack like Malacca, this is turning out to be an absolutely glorious innings.
This is good batting from Mohammad Arif again. We've seen a six and a boundary being scored by the batter this in this over. So 19 overs have got completed. 198 for the loss of 2 wickets. Selangor, they're almost nearing to the 200.
We have to give credit to the batters of Selangor here. They've paced this innings so beautifully. And at the start of the innings, even in the power play, they were going at a run rate of just around six and over. But then at the moment, they're looking at a very good position. It's a commanding total in the making. And we have to give credit to the smart batters in the likes of Hasna and Saifullah. And now that final cameo from Muhammad Arifullah really making a difference out there.
198 on the board for Selangor. That century isn't just about numbers for us nine. It's about temperament, fitness, and game awareness. And at the right moment where the team needs runs, Aston accelerated very well. It was an innings of complete command. He read the bowlers very well, found the gaps, cleared the ropes, and most importantly, never lost his focus. That is the special part. Here comes Samil Alam to bowl the last over of this first innings. Big shot came from Asnain, fell short, only one bounce straight towards the fielder.
On that occasion, it was timed so well, even though it was going down the ground and went straight to the fielder after bouncing one time. But you can sense and feel the power and the absolute domination from Hassan, even in that shot. So, really, we have to give credit to Samuel Alam for just conceding a single, but he's now going to bowl to Arif, who's also looking threatening.
In the air, it should be a chance for the fielder to catch the ball, but that ball has been landed safely, so which means couple of runs. Now it is the time for us to witness this scoreboard moves on to 201 for Selangor. What a batting! What a batting this has been from Asnain, 116, and what a contribution! And you just have to give the big kudos to Saifullah also.
Yes, they have cashed in, and since Malacca did not produce the wickets, they have truly turned out to the event. And right now, an extra from Samuel Alam to add to that score. And we have to say that partnership is once again the cliche that many of us have talked about even before this game, and sometimes we take it for granted. But on this occasion, we can understand how essential it is to the game of cricket. And even if at an initial space you don't really get the runs, sometimes you can cash in later.
A test of nerves for batters. Last over, Mohammad Arif is on strike. Samil Alam to bowl. Coming out of the crease, played at the offside. This time, I guess it clears the boundary ropes. It's a six. Mohammad Arif, you see the gutsy and confidence level in this game. People have to hit the boundary. That slight disappointment in the face of Samil Alam.
These are one of the most difficult shots to be played, especially when you think of a six on the offside. These are difficult chances to be created, and on that occasion, it was the fearless approach to the ball from Arif, and eventually a full swing of the bat that takes it all the way up and over the boundary rope. Powerful strike to keep the momentum firmly with Selangor, and right now, three more legal deliveries remaining.
And you have mentioned it rightly. That is not a good cricketing shot to play. It's very tough one for Mohammad Arif to play those shots at the very last over, choosing between going big or taking a smart two, deciding which bowler to attack, and they are reading the slower balls or Yorkers. Samil Alam can do that mix up very well. So two more legal deliveries to go. Mohammad Arif is on strike.
What a serious cameo this is turning out to be from Arif. He scored 23 of 9 and he's injected that firepower that was required at the dead end and really given his side that late boost. And once again, it is smashed down the ground and just falls short of the fielder at long off.
Really a good bowling from Samil Alam at this last over, not conceding any big runs, but this cameo of Asnain, 116 of 59, last over is where the heroes are made. It's about holding your nerve, backing your instincts, and staying calm when adrenaline surges. One good can seal glory, one missed him shot can end it all. Last ball of this first innings, Samil Alam to Asnain. Can we see any big six or boundary? So, which means a dot ball to finish off this last ball of this over. 20 overs have got completed. Selangor finishing off with 211 for the loss of two wickets.
Yes, with that, the innings is wrapped up, and Selangor post a commanding total of 211 runs on the board. A superb batting display from the combinations of some very good stroke making and powerful shots on display. It is that batting card that will tell us the story. Saifullah Malik opening the innings, scoring 54. He's been so consistent throughout that tournament, and Hasnan Ahmed a scintillating effort with the bat in hand today. 116 of just 60 deliveries, one for the ages and one that he will remember for a very long time. And in the end, an excellent cameo from Muhammad Arif to put that final nail in the coffin in terms of the blows that they have delivered throughout the day. 17 extra they have definitely gotten from Malacca, and now the total is a very competitive one. And the bowling card will tell us that sorrow story. Zakir Hussain and Afiq started in the power play. They picked up a wicket each, and that's when things were looking very interesting. But after that phase, Hasnan and Saifullah really cashed in, and as you can see, none of the other bowlers has really chipped in with any kind of pressure or wicket from their side. So with that, they have found themselves in that position of dominance, and now after a short break, we'll be in with the chase. So everyone should stay with us because this is going to be a very interesting contest from here.
As the second innings gets underway here at BAYUEMAS Oval, Malacca faced a huge target of 212 runs that has been posted by Selangor in 20 overs. Chased the demands not just power but precision planning and nerves of steel. From 5 for 1, from there to 138 for 2. And also, we have seen a century that has been scored by Asnain. At the early stages of the chase, we came to see that Selangor were under trouble at one point of time. That was absolute masterclass in recovery, temperament, and fearless batting. So this is John myself in the com box. It's time for us to witness this game. This chase is on from Malacca, and also time for me to welcome my co-commentator Abrar. A shot played by this batter, so were no runs being scored in this first delivery.
Selangor is usually very good with the ball in hand, and once again we're seeing Jawad Ali, who's taking the new ball for Selangor. He's been very reliable up front with his ability to just hit the ball in the right areas, and sometimes he's usually bending that back and extracting a little bit of an extra pace as well. He has a slip in play, and he will want to produce some early breakthroughs up against Mohammad Sufyan and Samuel Alam.
A slip in place for the new batter, Mohammad Sufyan. Jawad is the bowler. So the story of the first innings was written by only one man, Asnain, the consistent performer from Selangor, who rose to the occasion with a superb century. His innings was a perfect blend of temperament and aggression. And also, meanwhile, we came to see that the dark clouds were there, and now everything is okay. So he built the innings early on, rotated strike, and then shifted gears to dominate the bowlers. 2 dot balls for Jawad.
This opening stance needs to be a very good one. They need a steady start, and not just steady, they need to up the scoring as well, because 212 is the target.
Good one from Jawad. You see that the 3 dot balls came from him. And yesterday, if I'm not wrong, from Kuala Lumpur, a bowler named called Neville, who bowled maiden over. So that fresh start from him, given a lot of support and also given that strength for Kuala Lumpur to regain into the game to get that momentum. This is the same thing which is happening with Jawad here from Selangor. Shot from the batter. So I guess this is the first runs on the board for Malacca.
But I think there was a chance there at the square leg area where Hasnain was patrolling, and looked like the batter Mohammad Sufyan was not in full control on that occasion with that pull. The ball traveled straight to him. Maybe he was not quite ready for it. An eventual chance, really. So with that, 4 deliveries have been completed, and we haven't seen any kind of boundaries yet.
Samuel Alam. What a shot! Couple of bounces. So, but we have to check whether the ball kisses the boundary ropes or not. No, it seems the fielder has finally stopped it. Now it's over to the Malacca, chasing off 212. It's never easy. It means scoring at 10.5 runs per over from the very beginning.
Yes, never easy if you're playing a few dot deliveries up front. So this is why strike rotation becomes very important. And that's something we've seen from Saifullah Malik and Hasnain Ahmed in the previous innings. So it is something that Malacca can take a note of and just apply for themselves.
We have seen some targets has been chased, and the wicket for Jawad here after bowling 3 dot deliveries finally created the pressure. So the batter played a wrong shot. First wicket gone in the very first over.
Zawad celebrates, and why he shouldn't. He's been the man who's picked up wickets at regular intervals for Selangor, and I think he's used very well from someone like Vijayuni as well. In with a chance, Samuel Alam decided that he has to go after it, because As you mentioned, there were a few dot deliveries, and if you have a look at the replay, that ball was on that foolish length, and it was chipped in the air almost in an attempt to clear the infield, but doesn't really have the legs, and eventually an easy catch taken at mid-on. Soft dismissal and quite a blow to start things off for Malacca. They're looking for a big total, but at the moment undone by the blistering start from Jawad Ali here.
Why is that frustration came for the batter to lose his wicket in the very first over? Pressure right from the start. Obviously, yes, we can see the disappointment in his face. Samil Alam is turning out to be a promising youngster and a talented batter. Yes, there are some instructions going on from the dugout of Malacca. Maybe the coach and the management staffs maybe giving that proper instructions to Samil Alam why he played that wrong shot.
But I think this is very good to see because sometimes when the batters go back to the hut, they are usually just taking a rest. But this is good that he's decided to just figure out what has gone wrong. And in comes Vijay Unni, one of the best off spinners lurking around this Malaysia circuit. And now, with the fall of the first wicket for Malacca, he has an opening to capitalize on.
Vijay Wani, an experienced campaigner. Now he has the ball right now. Mohammad Sufyan. So suddenly, you see that the opener's plan goes out the window. The dressing room tends up. The required run rate stays high. A slip in place for Mohammad Sufyan. Vijay Wani has seen so many battles. Let's see how he can handle this. A decent stroke from the batter. So which means no runs been scored in this delivery.
Yes, and he's in with a chance, really. If he's able to just extract a little bit of turn from this pitch, he's always attacking the stump, so that can really make life uncomfortable for the new batter, Sufyan.
Fine leg was free. He knows there is a little amount of gap was there. Fascinating placement this has been from Mohammad Sufyan to get that boundary. Much needed runs.
Yes, and a very good response, quite a bit of style and flair involved as well. You can sense that innovation was on the card because it's never easy to bat against Vijay Unni. And on that occasion, he knew where the fielders are, and he did a very good job in terms of picking it.
And have you seen that? Maybe like you might have noticed this thing. After conceding a boundary, there is a field change happened here for Vijay Unni. Oh, same zone. This time, Mohammad Sufyan says, even though if you keep the fielder on that area, I will score a boundary.
Very interesting tactic there. Vijay Unni just replaced that fielder by taking him towards that fine leg area. And in spite of that, Sufyan decides to charge at him in that similar sort of fashion and gets the same reward. So we have to give him full marks for execution there. And he's really starting to look quite dangerous here for Malacca.
What was that from Mohammad Sufyan? So this is turning out to be a pretty much interesting challenge between Vijay Unni and Mohammad Sufyan. Vijay Unni is an experienced campaigner, is a local talent, local champion, and he has seen many battles. But now this is turning out to be a great contest. 9 of 8 for Sufyan. So edged, and that goes past the wicketkeeper. A long chase for the fielder, which means another boundary for Mohammad Sufyan.
Yes, that time off a leading edge. There was a thickish edge on that occasion, and the outfield is lightning fast. That has all the reasons why the ball trickles away to the boundary with so much of ease. So really, Sufyan is starting to capitalize here, and he's looking quite dangerous. A wicket is needed. Already the first one has fallen, and right now the captain is looking very proactive in his own bowling, and he's made a very interesting change. One more time, the slip fielder comes in. It is Saifullah there, and he's quite close to the wicketkeeper for that thin nicks.
Oh dear. Even though So there might be a field change to the slip and the fine leg region. Mohammad Sufyan is very, very clever on getting the boundaries and finding the gaps. He's so having a great day today.
How consistently he's been able to play that shot. That is something that astonishes me. He's been able to capitalize and he's turning out to be an absolute menace against the spin of Vijay. Consecutive four boundaries are really allowing Malacca here to start off in a better fashion. They've gotten that control that was missing in the first over, and now we have to give Sufyan credit for being able to sustain himself and just oversee that difficult phase.
And we have to give a clarity on this that four boundaries being scored by Mohammad Sufyan in that same zone. Fine leg and also to the slip. Again, the fine leg and also to the slip. So, in that way, that four boundaries came for Mohammad Sufyan. Arifur, now he's on strike. Down to the leg side, there is a white signal, it seems, from the straight umpire, but we can see that there is a big appeal came from the bowler and also the wicket keeper.
Excellent effort by the wicketkeeper, Wan Azam. He's covered a lot of ground to be able to gather that. Jawad Ali on that occasion really bending his back, and that was a very quick delivery. And he took it around that shoulder area as well. So, really suggesting us how much of a carry there is on offer. Malacca mostly relied on their spinners, but looks like Selangor has introduced a very interesting fast bowler.
For the new batters, there is a little time uh, to settle. The fielding side smells blood. The bowlers grow in confidence, and in fact, Selangor taking the first blood in the very first over. Jawad picking up a wicket with a lot of confidence, and every dot ball feels heavier than before here. Again, we could see a slip for Mohammad Arifur inside the power play. Pressure is on the batter right now. Wide delivery. This time, he bowls offside.
This is what a little bit of a shift of momentum can do. In the previous over, Jawad Ali started so brilliantly, and now that runs are on the board for Malacca here, they're looking much more confident and relaxed. And that is why I think Jawad is feeling like he has to do something extra. And on that search of a good delivery, he's gone on to bowl two wides.
Again, a wide from Jawad. This time, he bowls leg side. So, in any high scoring chase, the pressure is real from the ball one. That's where the batter's contribution becomes absolutely vital. But what is the problem going with Jawad? Bowling extras.
He's in search of some pace, if you ask me. I think he's running in and he's trying to unsettle the batters. And he knows that this pitch is offering something in terms of the bounce for him. Maybe he's just not getting the line right. And if he does that, he'll be able to produce a very good delivery.
So, Mohammad Arifur and Mohammad Sufyan, they are literally trying to convert into opportunity. One batter has to anchor the innings and the another accelerated at the right time. And if you see, this is the same sort of situation where Selangor faced when they lost their first wicket. From there, 5 for 1 to 138 for the loss of 2 wickets. So that is a game they really took that point away. So when the game was slipping from their hands. So this has to happen with Malacca in this point of time.
Definitely, I think Selangor has a few prominent names with the spin bowling option as well. So at the moment, they have to see off that new ball and they have to tell themselves that they can afford to spend that little bit of time as well. Sometimes the ball is not going to be in your area, so you have to respect it. All the batters need to remember is the fact that they just can't afford to lose a wicket. And if they're able to respectfully play this power play, they might still be in with a chance.
Good cricketing shot from the batter. Couple of bouncers. The chase is on for the fielder. And in fact, they will get that runs. Jaywoodney went for the ball immediately. So, the heart of any chase or total. In cricket, one simple truth stands tall. The batters need to score runs. Obviously, they are feeling that pressure. And in fact, we see this over bowled by Jawad turning out to be a long over. Still, he didn't finish off this thing.
Oh, yes, boundaries are definitely needed and they will come. But patience is what that is going to be important. What a delivery! Absolute peach, dream of a delivery from Jawad Ali. Gets the outside edge. It is that celebration coming out one more time. He'll be delighted with that. And I think he was rewarded for some excellent outswingers that he was constantly being able to maintain in that corridor of uncertainty.
After facing so many problems in this over, dealing with extras, and finally a breakthrough for Jawad, and he picks up a crucial wicket of Mohammad Arifur, gets that tickets outside edge, and the wicketkeeper makes no mistake. So here is the wicket delivery, a straight arm action, and edge, and he got that edge. A sharp catch by the wicketkeeper, crucial breakthrough just when Malacca were trying to build that momentum. Selangor, they are happy.
Oh, at the moment, he's definitely making this new ball talk. And right now, Malacca were just looking like they're settling in. And this wicket is going to put them on that back foot. Jawad Ali at the moment is on fire. He's picked up the second wicket for himself. And with that, Selangor are looking to stamp their authority in this chase. I have to say, he's hit that perfect length and he's asked that right question after going for those extras. But right now, Melaka seems like they're in search of some answers, and except Mohammad Sufyan, the other batters have not really settled in and they've made life quite difficult for themselves.
One more ball to go in this over. After leaking some extras and putting pressure back on his side, Jawad finally delivers, breaks through with a crucial wicket in the same over. Zahir will be the new batter. Catch it is a call, and 1 pound straight towards the fielder. That ball doesn't carry much. So a dot ball to finish off this over. 3 overs have got completed. Malacca, they are literally in a trouble. 24 for the loss of 2 wickets.
Jawad Ali, throughout his spell today in his first couple of overs, has created the chances, and he's really benefited from the fact that the batters are finding it a little bit difficult under the pressure of this chase. Melaka batsmen are finding it a little bit hard to settle in. And one more time, I have to say, this is the perfect moment for Vijay Unni to start operating. And now, the type of competitive cricket that he is known to be playing, I think this is the right battle in the middle. Mohammad Sufyan is on strike. He's looked quite dangerous on that leg side. And now Vijay Unni, as smart as he is, he'll try to bowl that perfect delivery against him.
Question. Yes, in this replay, we can see
Oh, timing written all over it. Beautifully placed one more time. And he's looking so confident out there. He's backing his ability to hit the ball on the leg side. And even with the change of field, he's not looking quite reluctant. He's decided that this is the way to go forward, and he is cashing in.
coming round the wicket, bringing in a spinner during the power play is a bold and a strategic call by the teammates with only 2 fielders allowed outside the circle. It's usually seen as a time for pacers to operate, but when a captain trusts, it speaks volume about both the bowler's control and match plan. So Vijay Unni concedes a boundary and 2 dot balls. A slip in place. Mohammad Sufyan. Good shot! And couple of bounces straight towards the fielder.
After conceding a boundary in this over, I think Vijay Unni has been very smart. He's bowled it on that off stump and he's really just fired it in. So just cramping the batters and not allowed someone like Sufyan to just allow himself to get a hold of the bowling. So this is a welcome change. But right now he's up against Zakir, and I think this is going to be a battle.
So he has got that tall reach, height advantage, the way he releases the ball, Vijay Onni. So the tall frame is a huge advantage, getting extra bit of bounce, and even on this surface with his eye harm action and reach the ball is coming from a touch angle for the batter. Mohammad Sufyan made his adjustment, and this time we just have to check whether the ball lands safely. Yes, it seems so. They will be going for that couple of runs.
Malacca is going to take it definitely. They've scored the runs that are needed, 8 of that over, and I think Mohammad Sufyan will feel very relieved. 4 overs completed, it's 32 with the loss of 2. At the moment, they're playing with a healthy strike rate, really, but Mohammad Sufyan needs some support from the other end as well. And if they're able to stitch in a good partnership, they can once again find themselves in a much more comfortable situation. But one man who has some other ideas is Jawad Ali. He's already picked up the 2 wickets, and now it is good captaincy from Vijayuni to bring him back into the attack because he has looked very threatening, and he'll be in with a mission to pick up just that one more wicket here to really give Selangor that mental strength to just continue picking up wickets at regular intervals.
Slashes to the offside, and super piece of fielding from the fielder of Selangor near to the boundary ropes. But now, how the batters needs to go into approach for the next few overs? They have to focus on rotation. They have to pick the gaps and minimize the risk, target the weak links. So now, what with this chase still big at 212? This is a crucial pace of the innings. Mohammad Sufyan, 24 of 15. This is literally going good for Mohammad Sufyan. Javed, a bowler who picks up a wicket in his early over, is back. Again, this shot played by this batter, Mohammad Sufyan, a well-timed shot, and he will get this boundary.
That is one of the best shots that he has played today, if not the absolute best. Just shuffling across towards the offside and allowing the ball to just be taken all over the boundary, just one bounce over it in the end. He's used the pace of the ball to perfection and he's picked up a boundary one more time. 28 of just 16, and is starting to look very, very dangerous here for Selangor. They'll want to pick up a wicket here, and it is Jawad Ali to continue.
Wow, good comeback from Jawad. The bowls are full at length, right into the Yorker one for Mohammad Sufyan. But it's so good and nice to see that variety of shots being played by Mohammad Sufyan, and also glad to see that elegance, that style in his batting.
Zakir Hassan at the moment is 2 of 3, and Jawad is getting a go at him now.
Slashes at the offside, couple of bounces, so which means he will get the boundary. This is not Mohammad Sufyan. Zahir says that, okay, it is the right time for me to give a good company for you. So first boundary for him.
This is the lesson that Jawad Ali needs to take from this delivery. Short and wide, asking to be hit, and the batter just opens his arms at the very last moment. It's all about placement on that occasion, and the moment he just played that over the top of the infield, boundary was all that he was going to get. So with that, Jawad Ali in search of a wicket here, but he's been slightly expensive.
Jawad, he already faces a little bit of problems going with the extras in his early over, but he's been the backbone for Selangor as the right choice to bowl inside the power play. One more delivery to go in this over. Now, it's time and the responsibility has been taken by Zahir to give that cope up with Mohammad Sufyan.
And he's doing such a good job, hasn't he? He's seen off that moment when there was a little bit of uncertainty in the binds, and after the fall of the 2 wickets, things are looking a bit difficult. But now Looks like he's a batter with proper technique, and he's out there just taking pressure off Sufyan as well.
42 on the board for Malacca for the loss of 2 wickets. 5 overs have got completed. So it seems someone needs the bat change. Five overs have got completed here. The Malacca 42 on the board for the loss of 2 wickets. Javad finishes off his 3 overs and he picks up 2 wickets, going for 18 runs. And now there is no big change in the bowling department of Selangor. They want to continue with Vijay Onni. Goes high in the air. Is it clears the boundary ropes? Yes, straight away. That is hitting that black screen. It's a 6 that is coming from the bat of Mohammad Sufyan.
And this time he just smacks him. What a start to the over, and what a batter he's turning out to be. In his zone, goes downtown and picks up a maximum.
Time for us to witness the maximums and boundaries. Mohammad Sufyan, look at the power. And he's a great timer of the ball. And this
Sufyan today has been so strong on that leg side. Every time the ball is turning towards there, he's just helped it along its way, and he's been so successful.
50 already on the board for Malacca. Oh, chance for the fielder. Almost he dives for the ball immediately. Look at the presence of mind from him. But the one thing I would like to tell you, this is not an easy one for him to take that catch. That is almost in under the sky, and it's a different angle. It's also a tough angle for him to get that catch.
Yes, I think all of the fielders from Selangor are quite top notch, and just like that, it was a fuller delivery, and it is punished. And one more time, would you believe it? It's an excellent effort by the fielder. It's the same one, and he's been so good out there. He is additionally, and he's someone who really is setting the standards quite high. I have to give credit to the coach of Selangor here, who's done such a good job. He takes his role so seriously, and he's really pushing the young guns. Roshan, take a bow here.
Gone. Vijay only strikes, I guess. I guess this is a wicket. The bails have rattled. So I didn't get the clear picture, but I guess that's a wicket, yes.
Vijay strikes with power and precision this time. That was such a quick delivery, if you ask me, and always targeting the stump. And this time he goes for that wild sweep and eventually misses it completely. So it is Vijay Unni, ever so competitive, and this time grips the game firmly by the throat and brings it back in full contest for Selangor here. Malacca came out to bat and they had a target of 212 in their mind. At the moment, they are 53, but it's that wicket column that will start to worry them. They've lost 3 wickets, and although Mohammad Sufyan has been watchful from one side, he's been losing partners quite consistently from the other side.
So you can't hit Vijay Unni like that. So he's an experienced campaigner. So right time for him to get that wicket. What a delivery. The stumps are shattered. Even I didn't get that proper clear picture when I saw the delivery. And the bails fly in the air. A sight every bowler dreams of. That's a massive breakthrough at a critical juncture. 53 for three right now, Malacca. And the pressure is building once again. So Vijay Unni conceding a 6, the very first ball of this over. And now it brings up the slip for the new batter. Good one. Interesting challenge. And this shows his maturity. Great piece of bowling from Vijay Unni to get the dot ball. It went too close. 6 overs have got completed. Malacca 53 on the board for the loss of 3 wickets.
Fantastic comeback from Vijay here. He's shown great leadership and he was resilient when the batters were trying to get after him. Once again, it is his calm presence that has delivered the goods for Selangor, and we've seen him stepping up to the occasion multiple times, and he's really someone who likes challenges. And I have to give him credit for the captaincy and bringing in the right changes, and impressively so, he's introduced Hasnan Ahmed into the attack, another very talented off spinner. He has a very good variation, mixes the pace of the ball brilliantly, and right now, Vijay only realizes that the spinners are getting a little bit of a go at the wicket. And when there's a chance, why not turn that into a couple of more? So here is Hasnain, and with the same intention of picking up wickets.
6 overs have got completed, 53 for the loss of 3 wickets. So when the power play concludes, momentum becomes key. And also the last over, Vijay Vuni has delivered that crucial punch right on cue. So picking up a wicket just at the end of the fielding restrictions is gold dust for any bowling side. Flighted through the air. Good delivery bowls by this bowler. So why timing a breakthrough is as important as the breakthrough itself. Mohammad Afiq Mukri still feels the pressure.
Just came out to bat. It's never easy against Hasnain.
Asnain, after getting that beautiful 100, it just got a little bit of time for him to go and get that rest, and he's coming out from a treatment to bowl in the same match. That's obviously a masterclass effort, and look at that fighting spirit from Asnain. This has to be appreciated.
He's really trying to make a name for himself. He's into the attack and his heroics with the bat, with now just trying an attempt to complement it with some good bowling effort. And he's a handy all-rounder, and don't be too surprised if he chips in a wicket here.
This has to be watched, and this has to be noticed in this game. Asnain, like a true fighter, walks backhand to the field not just to participate but to make an impact after lighting up. And that belief and that confidence in his bowling, this is the true heart. 7 overs have got completed. It's 56 already on the board for Malacca for the loss of 3 wickets.
I'm also waiting to see the introduction of someone like Ashraf Azmi. He's another very good bowler. He's been around the ranks for Selangor for a very long time, and he's done a very good job with his off spin as well. So looks like he has to wait a bit longer. Vijay Unni, who's just picked up a wicket, has decided to continue. And very interestingly, he's about to finish his 4 overs. So we have to say that this is a very gutsy decision. Sometimes you can wonder if it is the right time to take the bowler off, but he realizes that he's in with a chance. He's just picked up a wicket. Now he has to continue in that way.
Is it the way Jay Winnie wants to finish up his spell inside the first 10 overs? Which means there is a little bit of belief and hope on him. Asnain wasn't done. Right now, Mohammad Sufyan is moving on to 40. Just 22. Vijay Winnie to Sufyan, and now it's Mohammad Afiq Mukri.
Just trying to execute a false shot from Afiq Mukri there. On that occasion, he bowled it quicker through the air and really rushed Afiq Mukri with that quicker delivery. So really good change of pace, and Vijay Unni is starting to look very dangerous here.
Spinners are doing a fantastic job here. In the first innings also we came to see that, but it's Vijay Winnie. He needs some dot balls. That is the thing. He's just creating that same amount of pressure on the batter. And tough call. Someone is in the trouble. That should have been the direct hit from the fielder.
Yes, and sometimes direct hits can be difficult, but I think even if the throw was softly provided towards Vijayuni, he could have gathered it and maybe uprooted the stump. But on that occasion, it was a very wild throw, and it can sometimes be very difficult. So the excitement of the fielder can be understood, but on that occasion, I think Selangor were in with a chance to pick up another wicket.
They should avoid those risky runs in the heat of a tense chase or when the pressure to accelerate builds. Batters often look to steal singles and turns ones into twos. This is the thing which is going between Mohammad Afiq Makri and Mohammad Sufyan. But the fine line between smart running and risky running can decide a match. Vijay, so far so good in this over. Oh, what was that? And earlier also we have seen this same kind of instance happen. It might be yesterday, I guess. Catch it is the call. Played a gentle stroke. And that's a boundary for Mohammad Afiq Makri.
Effortless in that timing from Afiq Mukri, just so classy in that approach. It was staying down the leg side. All that was required is just that placement, and he's done that so well. Tells us a lot about the talent that has come out through the ranks in this Malaysia domestic circuit. A few of them is leaving an impression, and we have to talk about someone like Akram and Afiq Mukri, Diaz Petro, as well as many others who's been so good with their role, and they've done exceedingly well in terms of both batting and bowling. And right now we're seeing a promising cricketer, and here is Vijay to continue.
Flight through the air in modern cricket. Not every boundary comes from raw power. The timing, placement, and speed of the bat are just as crucial. When a batter finds the gap and ball races away with the perfect placement, this is the same thing happening for this batter. Mohammad, that are the key elements. Vijay Unni. Oh, too close for the batter, and he needs to be very, very safe.
He's really creating some chances and making life difficult for the two batters, and really just trying to extract one more wicket here.
Mohammad Sufyan is already on 43, and Mohammad Afiq Makri, not so many big runs scored by him, but this shot played by Makri, couple of bounces. Will he get the boundary or not? And that same fielder was so brilliant near the boundary ropes. This time, he went and stopped that ball at a different zone. Vijay again. A stroke from the batter. That's a perfect placement. Already we have seen a good amount of enormous shots played by these two batters. As9 is a bowler to finish off this over. Quite an interesting call. So which means a dot ball to finish off this over.
Sometimes all rounders can be such a good aspect in the game. When they have done a good job with the bat in hand, it is often translated into their bowling effort. So Hasnain has bowled a brilliant over, and now comes that very dangerous man with the ball in hand. It is Prashant, who's been the top of the bowling cards. He's picked up a 5 wicket haul as well, and today he will want to just assert his dominance even further in this tournament. And he's someone who can turn the ball both ways. He's a mystery spinner, and it can often be very deceptive.
It's the test for the middle order batters. And an easy single picked by the batter. A well placed shot beats the infield and splits the outfielders. So the batters will now ready to take this charge up. Smart batters often just guide the ball instead of hitting hard. But why? Again, the spinner needs a slip fielder in case to put the big pressure on the batter. Mukri is on strike.
He's trying to definitely deceive the batter, and I think the right idea should be just to line that batter up with maybe a couple of off spin deliveries so that the batter is not in complete understanding, and suddenly that leg spin can produce a wicket. And just like that, it is exactly what has happened. He's lined him up beautifully, this time channeling the ball away with the turn, and the slip was just waiting to get a hold of it. Excellent captaincy and reward for some very good bowling for Prashant here.
A big wicket, a change in the bowling has worked literally very well. Prashant Madhukar has taken a wicket just when they needed it. He delivers it. Tight lines, disciplined bowling, pressure pays off for Prashant. That's a big one. So it's time for the players to go and get some drinks. We have witnessed a wicket before the drinks break that came from Prashant. So that's a breakthrough needed for a Selangor. So Selangor's bowling strategy has been spot on. They have constantly rotated the bowlers, not allowing the Malacca batters to get settled. Every over brings a new challenge, a different pace or a fresh angle. This clever tactic not only breaks the rhythm of the chase but also force mistake from the batting side. So we are back.
Looks like Prashant is ready to continue, and he's really leading the charts of the bowling leaderboard quite well. And look at that, almost unaware which way the ball is going to turn, and deceived him completely with that one. I have to say, Selangor have some of the best spinners in this tournament, and today everyone is stepping up. Hasnan has done a good job. The captain has picked up a wicket as well, and now it is that man, the dangerous Prashant, once again delivering the goods with the ball.
Chasing a daunting target, the top order failed to provide the foundation needed for such a massive chase, and the early wickets have handed the momentum firmly to Selangor. So now the over has been got over. The pressure of chasing a big total often exposes cracks in technique and temperament for them. It's 66 for 4 down right now. Now again a spinner in charge, but the batter seems to be little bit got tempted by the ball, came right on the slot and slashes toward that mid wicket region.
So many different spinners for them to operate with, and right now it is a left-arm spinner, and still with a similar sort of a tactic. There is that slip fielder as well, and right now they're just looking to dominate in that same fashion. He needs to partner Prashant Maduka very well here because the previous over was a very good one.
Ashad bin Ahmad, the bowler, jersey number 11. Why again the left arm spinner for Selangor? So now he might be taking that responsibility to contain the runs. They want to restrict the runs here. It's about survival, rotation of strike, and rebuilding the innings with the calm heads. And now we could see there is a slight change in the fielding also towards that fine leg region, if I'm not wrong. Played a shot, but it should be no runs being scored by this batter.
So far, we have to say that guys Arshad has started very nicely. He's mixed up his pace, has not really allowed the batters to go after him.
Left arm spinners, they are the crucial backbone of this game in many aspects. We could see in conditions like this, a typical one where the pitch offers grip and bounce. So he finishes off this over with the dot ball.
Prashant Maduka to continue, and in comes that pressure. He's once again making life very difficult, and whenever he's introduced in the attack, it gives me an impression that maybe the pitch is once again starting to do something. 11 overs done, it's 68 for 4, and once again, an opportunity smashes it downtown, and that is taken just out of nowhere. It is that fielder who's been so well down there, and he picks up a wicket. So you can't really take this man away from the limelight. Prashant Maduka, not one, picks up two in quick succession.
God might be seeing him very keenly in this game. 2 to 3 chances earlier, he got near the boundary ropes. And have you seen that celebration? He has already been celebrating this thing with the straight umpire. Some happy faces. Even the straight umpire is enjoying this game.
Oh, yes. And it's a big moment in the game. It is Mohammad Sufyan, the set batter, who has to go back to the pavilion. He's done a good job, but I think the pressure was really starting to mount on him, especially because he was not being supported from the other end. He goes back, scoring 45, deserved a half century, but it's been nothing short of a great innings from this man. In the end, half of the side has gone back at the hut, and the score is 68 with the loss of 5.
Definitely a crucial blow. This has been for Malacca. Sufyan was steadily anchoring the innings as to walk back just 5 short of a well-deserved half century. His 45 was built with smart rotation of strike, well-timed boundaries, and a calm presence at the crease. But he looks set for more. But look at that catch, and that has been one of the spectacular catches ever seen in this tournament. And he is also a fine fielder today. He's having the great day near to the boundary ropes. Too many attempts, and finally this one was a simple catch by that fielder. A great breakthrough from Prashant. It's 68 for 5 right now for Malacca.
Prashant is such a difficult bowler to just get a read. He doesn't give you any clear cues, and this time he's played on the leg side, swept away, and what a good shot that is from the captain, Muhammad Hanif, who just came out to bat against a very dangerous Prashant Madukar, and look at the way he has greeted him.
Mohammad Hanif, immediately, he literally charged up for the very first ball which he faces in this match. So that too, there is no big patience for him. Should be a wide. Should be a wide from Prashant. And straight umpire with this indication shows as an extra. So 139 is the required equation for Malacca to win this game from 8.4 overs, and they have lost their half of their side. Flies through the air, and a decent one from Prashant.
Once again, it is that subtle change in his action, and the variation just comes in. He's gotten that little bit of a grip of that surface, and on occasion, the ball has skidded forward as well. So, once again, the batter not picking him after just matching him for that boundary.
Two dot balls from Prashant. Now the batter feels the pressure. Mohammad Anif, 4 of 3. Mohammad Arik Makri faced 7 deliveries. He didn't open his account in this game. Oh, good delivery. Good delivery from Prashant. After bowling 2 dot balls, again another one.
He's been one of the finds of the tournament this year, and at the moment, coming back with 3 consecutive dots. The variations are forcing in a slog, and somehow he's missed out on just hitting the stump on 2 occasions already, and he's been denied a deserving wicket here. So 12 overs completed, it's 73 with a loss of 5, and with the introduction of Prashant, things have looked very difficult for Malacca here.
12 overs have got completed. It's 73 uh, for the loss of 5 wickets. Here, Malacca, Muhammad Arik Khairul, and Anif is at the middle right now. Pressure is on them, but they not to get panic. They should not get hesitate on whatever the things which is happening. They have to play a decent amount of cricket. Oh, very, very close delivery from Arsiat. Earlier, we have seen in his previous over, he just went only for only one run.
Turning out to be a very good spell from Faiz Arshad. This time is a wide, but he's shown us how good of a control he has with that ball in his hand. He has mixed it up nicely. On occasions, the ball has come in with the arm, and sometimes he's gotten that leg spinner going as well.
Shot played by this batter after a long, long time. We get to see that a boundary being scored by a batter. Malacca would be happy on seeing this.
He's picked up the gap quite beautifully there. He knows that there is no deep mid wicket in play. So that shot was on. And I think guys Arshad will not be too unhappy because if he's able to just pick up the gap between bat and pad, he'll be interested to just get the batter clean.
12
On that
points.
occasion, a leading edge. This time he's lucky that the ball does not travel and go on to hit the stump.
Every run mattered here. So 79 is already on the board. So we have seen that little bit earlier how Sufyan was looking well set on 45, and that the same thing the innings has to get anchor here from Mohammad Anif and Mohammad Arik Karula. Need 133 from 7.2. So this equation can be done if they settle for the next few overs. Oh, are we get to see any rash shot from this batter? This ball has been landed safely, but it not covered a big distance.
You can sense that Mohammad Hanif is in with the intent of going after the bowling. And with 18 runs, the required run rate, they really have to go in that fashion. Otherwise, they're just losing away on crucial overs.
13 overs have got completed. Is Malacca 80 runs on the board for the loss of 5 wickets here. So yes, coming back to the point, just we were mentioning about the partnerships, and also if we see that first innings, Asnain dropped on 96, if I'm not wrong. But if we see the second inning, Sufyan was looking solid on 45, couldn't able to capitalize, elapse a moment of pressure, or perhaps just a good delivery bowled by the bowler. Asnain got a chance, and the same thing happened with Sufyan. So he had done the hard part, settled in. He threw it away. He could have stayed a little bit more in this game. Shot again from this batter. It seems a catch has been dropped. Oh my goodness, this is the same fielder was taking a brilliant catch in this game. And every time when he got the ball, we could see some smile on his face.
A game of uncertainties. That is why this game is. And just the same man who's taken such a good catch has dropped a sitter. And on that occasion, Prashant could have really picked up his third. Eventually, it is the batters who are surviving. But I have to say that Sufyan was playing out there with intention. It is, I think, the partners who are to be blamed. He was not getting the support he needed. Right now, Arik and Hanif are out there once again in with a chance. I think it was Saifullah running in towards the ball, but eventually he just falls short of him. But once again, you can see that Selangor are really trying to make an impression there in terms of just putting their body on the line. And they've done a good work with how graceful they've been. And we have to say that without a few, they've been mostly doing a good job with their efforts in the field. Some innovation on that occasion, but this time not getting ball to bat.
Definitely, it's very hard for them to test this patience. Just remember this 82 for 5 right now. Still, they have only 5 wickets remaining in this hand and bowled. Gone. Prashant once again strikes in this match. This time the ball kept low and straight away that is hitting the stumps. One more wicket gone right now in this game. There is no big celebration. So Anif has to depart right now. He needs to go back to the pavilion. An important wicket in this match.
The captain goes back, and it is that man absolutely dominating and lighting up this tournament with his mystery spin, beautifully turning inwards. And once again, this is turning out to be a brilliant spell of some wizardous spin bowling. He's completely now looking to dismantle this batting lineup of Malacca, and he's done that with some scintillating changes of variation. He's shown how good his control has been. And in the end, Hanif did not really have any kind of answers. At the moment, this is a dream spell for any bowler. He's given away just 8 runs and picked up 3 wickets.
Important wickets for Selangor at the right time. 82 for 6 now. Great moment for them to get a wicket like this. Choosing the right bowlers. Prashant, he will be definitely happy. He just only went for 8 runs, but he picked up 3 crucial wickets, not conceding any big runs. The middle order has got crumbled under pressure, and the top order failure is haunting them now. Credit to Selangor bowlers. Oh, bowled him again! It is the wicket, I guess. Yes, it is. Once again, the bails have rattled. So, another wicket in a similar fashion way. It is the same bowler, Prashant. 2 wickets in 2 balls to finish off this over. 14 overs have got completed. It's 82 for the loss of 7 here.
Prashant strikes again. This is his fourth, and he's running through the Malacca batting order, and he's making this chase almost impossible. What a delivery! Just a leading edge onto the stump, and this time he picks up the wicket. And he's been a nightmare throughout. He's been so good. He is unstoppable. This is high class spin bowling, and every ball is seemingly asking a question that is unanswered by Malacca here. Selangor are cruising at the moment. For Malacca, they still need 130 in the last 6, but I think from here on it will be an impossible task.
Cricket, often called a game of glorious uncertainty, is also heavily rewards observation, adaptation, and learning from the past mistakes. So the dismissals have shown a common flaw, a gap between the bat and pad, misjudgment in footwork. But I never imagined in that way, Prashant, will be getting a wicket in that similar way from a bowling perspective. This was excellent execution from Prashant, and it also in a T20 game, he bowled only 3 overs. Still, he got only another one more over to bowl in this game. He just only went for 8 runs, but he picked up 4 wickets in this game. So he is a star of this match, no doubt. 82 on the board for Malacca. This one played out the offside. Couple of bounces. Arshad to continue.
What a day this is turning out to be for Selangor, really. We have to ask the question, can Prashant pick up a fifer here? And after a batting masterclass from Hasnain, now we're seeing a spell for the ages from Prashant. Selangor are putting on a complete dominance, and Kai Sarshad is looking to pick up a wicket here. And would you believe it? He has done it. He deserves the wicket. He's bowled so well. And look at the way he's celebrating, almost like Imran Tahir. He's running away, and nobody is able to stop him. Celebrations are demanded because why not? It is Selangor who are absolutely rattling this batting order of Malacca here.
Another one bites the dust here. Here's a wicket delivery. We could see from Arshad in a blink of an eye. So a short ball, and straight away he just immediately went for the ball. That's a simple cotton ball. And just like you've mentioned, Imran Tahir, yes, even we both itself can't stop him running all over the ground, and he's a happy man. This wicket isn't just a number. It's a point number. It fuels the bowlers, energizes the fielders, and sends a clear message that this case is getting out of reach. It's a team to a clever to the day or tough catch. But what is the mindset or going for Arshad? Go for the ball immediately. That was simple, with great touch of high catch, cotton ball.
I think the ball was never really there for that shot. He played down the long line. He was trying to go downtown, but eventually the ball was always turning away from him, especially after pitching so far outside the off stump. So really, not the best of shots we've seen. But regardless of that, Arshad has joined the party. At the moment, Malacca is 8 down. And what a day this has been for Selangor. Everyone is stepping in with their task, and it's been a complete team effort. I know that we have seen sheer excellence from Hasnain with the bat and ruthlessness from Prashant with the ball, but we have to give credit to all the other players who have done their part. I have to mention someone like Saifullah, now Kais, Arshad, and even the captain, Vijayunni, all of them delivering the goods.
At 84 for 8, the writing is on the wall for Malacca, and a lot of credit goes to Selangor's exceptional fielding. They have held on to every half chance, turned the tough ones into the brilliant moments, and their ball is on the way. Gone, I think so. Once again, the Bales have dismantled. This time it is the same bowler who picks up the cotton ball, and he hits the stumps. What an absolute piece of a delivery. A new batter just now he arrived, and he's been immediately sent back to the pavilion.
Clean ball, beautiful creation of a channel, and that was always coming in with the arm. So straight through the defense, going for that slog, and Malacca has no answers. So Raymond just came out to bat, and looks like it is Selangor who are absolutely flying there with beautiful colors, and they have one more wicket remaining. Turning out to be a brilliant spell from Kai Sarshad, and just now the last batter, Wang, is coming out to bat and face Akai Sarshad, who's in absolutely gorgeous form.
A complete performance with the ball and in the field, and now just one wicket away from sealing the deal here, Selangor. So, in the beginning of this match, I've mentioned that Selangor, they have already won 3 matches. The game they played, they're already at the top. they win this match, surely they will be going also up the order. Malacca's batting collapse today has been a result of multiple factors, and none of which favored them. Firstly, chasing a mammoth of 212 was always going to be a big, big challenge when they came to bat in the second. But things began to fall apart right from the start, with the wicket falling in the very first over. So, two more deliveries to go. Arshad to bowl to Wang Kam, the new batter.
Let's see if Kais Arshad is able to pick up the last wicket here or not, because at the other end, in the last two deliveries of Prashant, there were two wickets, so he'll be coming to bowl a hat trick delivery. So let's see how it goes. Kais Arshad finishes his over, and 15 done. It's 84 with a loss of 9.
Malacca's batting has completely got collapsed under pressure. It's been a downhill slide with no resistance, chasing a 212. Their batting lineup has fallen apart. Early pressure, lack of partnerships. So here comes Prashant. So, as per your wish, he might be having a lot of luck to get his fifer in this game.
Deservingly so, isn't it? He's done so well with the ball, and this is hat-trick delivery. Would you believe it? A leading edge, almost tantalizingly close to the fielder at point, and for a moment I thought he's in with a chance. What a bowler this man is, and he's really lighted up this tournament. Highly impressive stuff from him. On the verge of a fifer, can he pick this?
Oh, now we can see there is a two slips for this new batter. High pressure on the batter right now. Wherever you ever counted it, it was Prashant who stepped up for Selangor, and he's delivering a massive bowling performance to remember.
And once again, this is excellent captaincy. I think Vijayan is aware that these are the last two batters with 127 runs. They will just be hanging out there for a little longer. So as long as they can exert pressure, they'll be able to pick up a boundary. And this is close. I think up goes the finger. This is going to be very, very close. But no, it isn't. Saifullah is indicating that there might be some bat involved. And I think that's what has saved him. But from up here, I was quite convinced that maybe he's picked up his fifer.
Maybe that height might have that saved that batter. I guess the ball was climbing, possibly going over the stumps. That was a reaction from the straight umpire. There is no big indication from him. A few more deliveries to go, and a decent delivery from Prashant again.
With Saifullah's reaction, I think I felt that maybe they have heard something, because, in my opinion, the bat had been somewhere near that bat, so maybe it could have been what has saved him. But nevertheless, Wang is surviving. Not really. Just when I talk about survival, he has finished it all, and it is a fifer for Prashant, deservingly so. They've been rattled out for just 85 runs, and now this has been an absolute domination. And eventually, with some smile on for Prashant here, he's picked up that fifer, and Selangor is victorious.
Selangor won this match by 126 runs, and Prashant have picked up a fifer in this game in a game-defined momentum shifts and disciplined bowling. It was Prashant who emerged as the star for Selangor, picking up a sensational 5-wicket haul. Is the match summary? We could see that Dustin putting up a big show, 116 of 60. Then he came to bowl, and Malacca were not able to score the big runs. 212 was able to get the chase for them, and in fact, Prashant did his job in his bowling. 5 wickets, he just only conceded 9 runs in his bowling spell, and finally, Selangor have registered another win in this tournament. So with this, 4 wins for them for Selangor, and they won this match by a huge margin of 126 runs. So knowing when to attack and when to contain, when to go for the kill, every wicket that Prashant took was a blow to Malacca's hopes. So in this summary, we could see there are some little bit more contributions came from Saifullah and also from Mohammad Arif. 54 of 48 from Saifullah and Mohammad Arif for 24 of 10. And Mohammad Sufyan, yes, a little bit of hope and the luck couldn't help for him. So he went for 45 of 29. So that innings little bit saved Malacca in the second innings. So some risky shots played by Malacca to lose their wickets. A lack of application chasing wasn't impossible for them. But what separated Selangor from Malacca's was application under pressure, handling spins and extras. That was an absolute psychological pressure was there to be a part of this game with every wicket falling the pressure mounted, and Malacca just couldn't handle it. The lower order got collapsed in a heap. So Selangor won this match by 126 runs. So that's it, John. Signing off from here with my co-commentator Abra. So we will be back for the next game.
A match between Malacca and Selangor. Player of the match is Hasnain. He scored 116 run, not out in 60 ball. Well done.